did a lot of making sure at the very get-go that every single word we were saying, every single thing we were trying to convey was there, that we were both always aware of it, and always reminding each other and helping each other. His voice, that's all I ever heard. Rarely did I see his face. Everything, the minute I got into my cubes or my rigs, was black silence. So all I had was his voice to go by. So we had established a really nice foundation and a level of trust that all I needed was his voice. On camera, you would always see my face, so no matter what I was feeling, and if I didn't see anyone, he always knew what I was feeling. So he'd always read me and sort of, filter thoughts and things to me through the earwig I had. So it's a really sweet, intimate, connection that you have to have. A lot of trust. Oh, on this one, it was all physicality. No one could really tell me what I needed to prepare for, so I sort of took my own cue, and I realized while I was shooting, I was like, wow, I always knew I was a jack of many trades that were pretty much useless to anyone else, and for once, all those things that I had sort of acquired during my lifetime were all needed. I go, wow, what if they'd gotten someone who didn't have a dance background, or who wasn't a gymnast, or who didn't have a musical understanding of rhythm? All those things were necessary to execute mathematically what they needed, within the scene, because all the scenes were mathematical equations. You'd start your hand here, this partial part of the line, continue to the next scene, which had ended on this line, but your hand had to make it here within 15 seconds. So your body had to become a natural robot, while your emotions had to stay completely fresh and vulnerable and free. And it's a weird exercise, but, jack of many trades finally paid off. They'll never be useful again, but they were in this. And I'm so grateful for that, I've known George for long before George and I had careers. We all had the same group of friends. We liked working together. We didn't have a lot of physical time together. It was mostly our voices talking to each other through an earpiece. The same man I knew umpty-chillion years ago, before he was even a doctor, on ER, is the same person I know today. He's an amazing team player. He's an actor, he's a director, he's a writer, he's a collaborator, and all he cares about is what's good for the movie. And if that means, making someone else look good, he does it. Same man I've known for the same years, and it was a nice little time for us. He is a genius. When you find people who are truly masters of their craft, they will admit they have no idea what they're doing. They are humble, more humble than those who really don't know what they're doing and ride on ego. There's no ego. Absolutely no ego in the man. His humility, his kindness, his faith, his spirituality all come into play in the workforce, and that's why all of us who get to work with him, you just want to do the best job you can for him, because he is a man of honor, but he is a man who's also proven how beautiful he makes stories unravel.